Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to tonight's preview stream for the Expert BR 145. I'm joined tonight by Matt and Lukas. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Lukas. Now, I know we're all very excited to get into TSG's next Expert Loco DLC. But before we do that, I need to do some admin. It is required. It is tradition. Some eagle-eyed viewer might have spotted a video this morning that got uploaded with a provisional release date. And it's important to note that that's not going to be the actual release date. So while we can't confirm an official release date for the Expert BR 145, we want to assure you that...
Well, they're getting echo. Hang on, they can hear you. They're getting echo. Well, they're getting echo. Windows has done one of its wonderful things and basically reconfigured my audio. Trying to work out what's gone wrong here. So Trying to work out. Say something, please.
Something, please.
Okay, so it's coming through there.
Something, please.
Oh, come on, Windows. What have you done to me? What random change have you made? Windows. What have you done? None, as far as I can see. Am I echoing? Am I echoing, or is it just the people on Discord that are echoing? Viewers. The people on Discord. Because it sounds perfect to me, and I'm listening to the monitor. Because it sounds perfect to me, and I'm listening to the monitor. I do not have the stream open. It sounds perfect to me, and I'm listening to the monitor. I do not have the stream. No, I do not have the stream open. I'm echoing too. I do not have the stream open.
Everybody's echoing.
Let me try. Actually, is that better? Let me see if that's better.
Test.
Yes, it's gone, says Derek. Don't just say yes because you might be answering the previous question. You've got to say what the question is as well, yeah, because of lag. Okay, so
Are we all
fixed,
good?
fixed. Right, can I get a test from Jan just so that we can confirm Jan is good?
Am I good? Am I good, chat? All right.
Yeah, seems
All right,
like it.
good.
Go for it. Right, let's carry on. Right, pretend none of that happened.
Nothing happened. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome to tonight's preview stream for the Expert BR 145. I'm joined today by Matt, and Lukas. Say hello, everyone.
Hello. It's a surprise to see you here.
I'm having a deja vu. Now, before we get started, and I feel like I said this before.
Deja vu didn't really happen.
I need to go through some admin. Some of you might have caught a video that was released this morning unintentionally, which contained a provisional release date for the Expert BR 145. I just wanted to note that is not the official release date for the Expert 145. So it's not going to release. It's not going to release on March 12th. We want to assure you that the add-on is ready. It's done. We're just waiting for a final update from DTG side, which is currently going through final checks. So it's not far off, but it's not going to be the 12th. So just to be clear on that. So please stay tuned on our official channels, and you'll hear about the release date very soon. Now, with that out of the way.
Funny. So people are talking about a lag on the audio. That's actually at Discord. I'm literally looking at the Discord channel and it's lagging right there. So nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid.
Well, lag is better than echo, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, please stay tuned to our official channels. And for now, let's just dive in. Matt, I think we're starting with the expert tutorial.
We are indeed. So I'm going to switch over and to this. So we've got 5 tutorials. Do you want to give us just a quicker headline on what each of these is, Lucas?
Sure, why not? Like on the 101, we did a bunch of basic tutorials that explain a little bit better than on the 101 what's going on. So the first one is just your basic introduction tutorial. That's basically non-expert mode, just how to drive the train, what's special. Cold and Dark is basically V1, so Vorbereitungsdienst, so how to completely set up a loco when it's been stabled, shut off. That's fairly long. It says 10 minutes there, but it's more like 15. Enabling and disabling safety systems is a quick helper on how to do safety systems while in expert mode, because when you are in expert mode, they're defaulted to on, so you might want to just disable CIFA or something that you learned out there. Fault diagnosis is a little tutorial on how to diagnose faults, what to do with them, and freight train preparations is everything around all the new faults that can happen with freight wagons, that can what you need to do to drive a freight train properly, all the small little problems that can occur, as well as the faults. So that's that.
Cool. Right, let's get on with the introduction then.
And I'm really sad that we don't have Mike here today, because we could have made a joke. Mic check.
Right,
In this
so
training module, you'll be learning basic driving and freight operations on the BR-145 electric locomotive, simulated to expert level. You'll now go through the steps needed to take over this locomotive. Start out by inserting the reverser and moving into the forwards position. This activates the cab. Please configure the signal lights as headlights for this cab to let others know this train is operational. Looks like it's a bit cold outside and the windshield fogged up. Enable the windshield heating as indicated.
We can maybe go take a look around now while we have time into the engine room. So as with the 101, we have a fully modeled engine room. Some breakers are behind these doors, so you can also open the doors. The Bremsgerüst is behind you. That's like all the valves that you need. So some are down there, some are on the side. Oh, okay, let's continue for now. Oh, maybe close the engine room door again because it's very loud. Okay. That's good. So yeah, now we're gonna come. Once we stop,
it's time
can I
to slow down
come to the first big new feature, new coupling.
Fast wagon's buffers.
So. Is that close enough?
No, I don't think so.
I want to see you pull those trains together with your hands.
Give it a good push.
I think you need to do more than min. Have you?
Before exiting the loco to couple, we need to make sure the loco is secured. Apply the direct brake and also turn off the signal lights on this end. You'll now enter the so-called burn rectangle. Duck under the buffers to reach it. Now, regarding coupling correctly, there exists a set order of operations. First, you take care of the screw coupler. Go pick up the coupler of the wagon. Now, tighten the screw all the way.
It's very cool.
Next up are the air hoses. Please remove the indicated glad hand. This is the brake pipe. The brake pipe hoses are always the ones closest to the coupler. The outer hoses, if present, are for the main
Just let it go for now.
pipe. Please pick up one of the glad hands now and connect them.
So it does a
Last
physics.
but not least, open both angle cocks associated to the hoses you just connected. Good job. If you need to uncouple,
If you want to show, like, this is all obviously this is all like simulated in the behind the scenes. So if you disconnect the glad hands now, you're gonna get the air rushing out like crazy until you close the angle cocks. So
it's a very good way to get a concussion.
Never do that on a real train, please.
Yeah. Those things will smack you in the head hard. Because there's like a lot of pressure on there.
In theory, you can move on to the next tutorial if you want, Matt, because this is just like showing you how to switch cab and drive.
Alright, we'll finish the tutorial.
Okay. Not said anything, I'm sorry.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Every time the air pipes get reconfigured in any way, for example by moving an angle cock or by coupling and uncoupling, and also after an overcharged brake was released using the distributor release handle, a full brake test is required. You can learn to do one yourself in the Freight Train Preparations training module. For now, I will take care of it for you. Brakes checked and operational. Let's drive for a short bit. Because freight trains are usually long enough to have a significant pressure gradient down the brake pipe, you must overcharge the brake pipe to 5.3 bars every time before departing to ensure all brakes release.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Okay, I can just...
Sorry, go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, I didn't want to distract while we are hearing the sounds, but so for anybody who's like has questions in German and stuff, we will have a German stream tomorrow on Trains in Place channel.
It's regarded as the predecessor to the successful
easier for
Bombardier
people.
Trucks family. 103
Yes,
units were built between
can join,
1997 and 2002. 20
TSP, Lucas, and
were equipped with a package for passenger
was Maddie
operations
who's going to join you?
2000.
Yes,
Due to
and we'll
modified
see about the
powertrain,
others, but
the passenger
a few
variant
people.
was allowed a top speed of
So yeah, make sure to-
160 kilometers an hour, that's 99 miles an hour. But today, the entire fleet is limited to the same 140 kilometers an hour, 87 miles an hour, as the non-passenger variant.
So yeah, make sure to join TSP, Lucas, and Maddie tomorrow if you want a German-speaking stream as well. I was going to ask about the sounds because we're listening to them just now.
yes.
Did you go on a recording trip?
Yes, we had some fun. No,
Stop
I,
at the indicated siding to complete the training module.
the 145 is it's similar to the 101, but it has some very distinct differences, and we did have quite a lot of fun recording a 145. So this is all new.
So all of the 145 sounds are pressure recorded off the real thing.
Yes.
The sheets on the desk, yes, they are functional as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the sheets soon. Yeah.
We will get to those. They become important when we start driving it properly. Well, at least so when I start driving it, it's probably not going to be properly, but...
That concludes all of the basics of operating this locomotive.
Right, so now we are going to do the safety system toggle one, which is just a little one. Get to press buttons and flick switches and so forth in the machine room.
Just so we can present the machine room also a little bit.
I will turn the volume down a bit. We're in the machine room, otherwise you won't be able to hear anything from us, obviously.
In this training module, we'll be discussing how to enable and disable the safety systems on the BR 145 Expert in order to customize the gameplay experience to your playstyle. We're starting out in a classroom today to look at how the Expert mode game settings affect the safety systems. The Expert mode setting can be found in the Player Assist category and can be either on or off. If the Expert mode is set to on, the following defaults will change. Default simulation on expert vehicles will be enabled. Train data entry needs to be done manually, and, relevant to this module, CIFA, PZB and LZB are enabled. If you change this setting while already driving, it will not take effect until starting a new service. If you want to, feel free to adjust the expert mode setting now. Before going out to the loco, you need to be able to differentiate between disabling and isolating a safety system. So far, only disabling has been mentioned. Isolating only logically stops the safety system from performing its normal duties, but it remains in charge of its own brake actuation assembly and may even continue to provide very limited monitoring. For example, if the PZB is isolated with the PZB isolation switch, it will still trigger a penalty brake if a speed of 100 km/h is surpassed, and still causes the 1000 Hz indicator to flash. Once you're ready to be shown how to enable and disable the safety systems on the loco, stand up from your seat.
Everyone brace.
Welcome to the loco. This one has all the safety systems disabled currently.
I think it stood up too quickly.
Your expert
Yeah.
mode setting.
Oh, it's dizziness.
Start out by entering the machine room.
Can I ask who's doing the voice acting?
I don't have the name.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I just wanted to give them a shout out.
From here, you will receive on-screen guidance on how to enable CIFA and the PZB LZB. Good job. Next up, use the 3 switches shown to isolate CIFA, PZB and LZB.
Now, yeah, okay. So this was the English voiceovers by Lucy
Isolate
Prögler.
all 3 safety systems again, so the next driver of this loco doesn't get confused. Now,
There's also a TF in Frankfurt.
The procedure is the same as when enabling, but in reverse order.
So if you want to drive this loco in expert mode, it'll automatically have safety systems on. So if you want to, for example, disable CIFA because it annoys you, this tutorial shows you what you need to do.
Well done.
Look at me, I'm more an expert now.
Yeah, and now we get to the real fun.
Right, let's get driving and typing stuff into the train.
First you need to type, then you can drive.
Yeah. First we get to play with the computer, then we can drive.
So obviously, just if anybody's worried, you can turn expert mode in the settings off, and you can just drive the loco without having to do all of this. Yeah.
Turn that off, and it acts pretty much like a normal, normal train, doesn't it? So.
Correct.
Right, timetable. What one are we doing first, Lucas?
DGS and.
I just closed it. It's the DGS 42314 part 1.
42314 part 1.
The top one, yeah.
Right, take me through it, Lucas.
Yes. Okay. So, so like with the 101, we got we have basically you can enter the driving data for the train, so it knows which PZB mode to take, so it knows how to use the brake. It also adjusts the AFB behavior, so that's why it's needed. If you go to 4, so first of all, currently this is in German. This confuses people. On the top, the second button, you can actually press and hold this now. Then you get it all in English. So if you want this translated, you can get it translated. This is pretty helpful for people. So, and with the 101, people always had the problem. They didn't know what to enter here, which values. Because the driver usually gets these values by calculating it beforehand, and we now have the sheets in-game, and they automatically do this. So if we now look in front of you, on the right side we have the brake sheet. So this is all the data you need. So for the brake percentage is usually what we need is the brake percentage, triangle length, and the timetable speed. Number 6 is the brake percentage. If you hover over them, you get the English translations.
So 5 is the brake percentage.
Oh, sorry, yes. Current brake percentage, you can see on the right side, it's 80. And the triangle length is 533. Behind us, there's also, on the back wall, you have...
Well, let's have a look. So what information do we need?
Oh, yeah.
So we need the BRA is the type, which is in the manual, but it's 4 for a freight train?
It's 4 for freight train. So first you press on the bottom 1 to get into the ZTE. So this is the entry screen that we also had on the 101 MFD version. So 4.
Why is that not?
And then, did you go back? Maybe you did the. Oh no, you didn't. There's no cab occupied. You need to enter the reverser.
Oh.
There
we go. So the next one we need is the brake percentage.
Genau, that's the brake percentage. So you got 80 there. If you go back to the...
It's 80, is it, this one? And we need to go and translate that over here.
Yeah, so basically every loco has its own little translation table. They're usually behind. And 80 we can see is 80.
It's actually 80, yeah. So just reading that out is... whatever number you've got, you read it down the left, find the appropriate one, and then the one you want is over here for BRH.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I've just seen we have a few G wagons, so we do need to do the first one needs to be 2. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've not seen that we have a few wagons in G. So.
So
2.
And
0.
then we said 80, so 08.
Yeah.
Now
and
we want the length,
533,
which is 533, and that's all
so we
dynamic,
round up.
isn't it? So 540.
We round up, yeah, 540.
And then the speed, which is down here written on the bottom, 100 km/h.
Yes.
So 10. And then we confirm, and then acknowledge. That's it.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Programmed.
Yeah. Valid train data.
Now we need to do it all over here as well, don't we? So what's our train number?
That's just the train number, yeah.
43308 is the train number.
ZD.
So I do ZD. No,
Oh, that was the wrong one. Zurück. Yeah.
ZD, Zug number 43308. Enter. And then announce.
Anmelden. So basically connect. Yes.
There you go. Good. We're in. We're on. Can we drive? Yeah.
Amazing.
In theory, you enter the train number into the train computer as well, but we don't. It's not necessary for this.
It's that one, isn't
You
it?
would, yeah.
So 43308.
8 and
Enter.
whatever your
And then
driver ID is.
55550. Enter. Good.
And yes,
Excellent.
this brake sheet is completely dynamic. As soon as you couple or you change anything, even if you cut out the brake, it'll indicate that the brake is cut out. You can see we actually have one wagon without brakes. That's random, so you can have broken wagons on your consist.
I'm excited for the broken wagons with no brakes.
I remember the Bremszettel, the small.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that made me fail my initial DB test for the small DB conductor test that I had to do.
Okay, now we need to brake overcharge before we leave, like we learned.
I don't learn anything, Lucas.
We're gonna do a test soon. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, let's go.
Before we get going and see if it gets annoying, these are new cut wagons.
T3000E. They can carry containers and truck trailers. We have both in there.
Our new license.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Let's put up the fault generation a little bit, just so we get something.
What do you want to put it to?
Put it to 5, I guess. That should be enough.
So not 99 like earlier on then?
No.
We do want to finish the service.
I mean, once the file fault started, they didn't stop, and they were overwriting each other. The faults were faulting. It was it was a crazy time. We did eventually get the train moving again, but it took a while and many power cycles.
That's a good segue though. Let's talk about the new faults. Like the trains, the trains are waiting. The brakes are waiting, for example.
Yes. So if you drive this train wrong, for example, if you apply the brake too shallowly and then release too quickly, so don't do a full brake through. Not sure what that in English is. The brakes, especially on these type of wagons, can get stuck. They will then slowly overheat. So there's a simulation running inside the wagons. And then if you pass basically an imaginary, how do I call it, like a brake axle heat detector?
Hotbox detector.
A hotbox detector. The FDL will then actually call you and be like, hey, your train at this axle is overheating, please stop and fix it. For example. We can have, like I said, we can have random broken wagons. They can even be leaky, so you're gonna need to fix that. But you would notice that if you do like a short brake test at the start, you will notice that. So if you do things correctly, you can notice all these faults. It can also be too cold if you like are in winter. And then we just have, additionally to these electric faults that we always had on the 101, we now also have a few more faults which also, they don't really show up in the fault menu because they're special. Like the fuse blowing, the battery fuse blowing, and you then need to replace the battery fuse. But that is all covered in the manual. And there's more. I mean, I forget to like talk about everything when I'm on the spot.
That's what I'm for, Lucas. I got it all written down.
Oh,
no. So we talked about we showed the fully modeled and interactive machine room, or at least briefly. We showed the expert coupling. We talked about the brakes overheating. We showed the brake sheet. We can talk about the GSMR simulation, which is
Yes.
Also expanded in this add-on.
Yes, but it's been with the updates to the 101. It's always been expanded on the 101 too. So you got the full GSMR simulation on the left. You can make calls. You can receive calls in scenarios, and dynamically now also in doing faults. They are down to the individual cell towers. So there's like a map in the background. So if you drive somewhere where there's no signal, you lose signal. And then you also have the PIS system, the FT95. But we will talk about that later when we actually get to a passenger train.
And another point that I have on my list here is the Bremsgerüst, which is fully simulated, I think.
Yes, so Matt,
It's all fine. I took a moment too long to respond to it, and it got grumpy.
Matt's having fun with the SIFA. Basically, you can have. There's also faults like the brake pipe not filling correctly, where you then need to open the manual valve to fill the brake pipe from the reservoir. Kind of stuff like that. So all the pantograph and main switch reservoirs there and simulated, and you sometimes need to manually fill that. But that's hard to explain like this. That's stuff that'll just happen to you, and the screen will tell you what you need to do, and then you'll need to do it.
I've tried driving from the outside. It's Alina, and SIFA is not my friend from the outside. So if we want to keep the train going, I'm afraid I have to be on the inside. We'll have to look at the loco on the outside the next time I mess up and we stop.
Yeah, for people with like foot pedals and stuff, also in the fault menu on the right, you can now toggle realistic SIFA pedal behavior. So that means you need to hold the button down and release it every 30 seconds, not the other way around. For people who want to experience that.
Zugbeeinflussung.
No, you don't need to study train mechanics and electronics to drive it. As I said, you can turn a lot of these systems off if you just want to drive the 145 and just experience the nice sounds and the nice physics. All the fault stuff is optional.
Or, you can turn it up to 99.
It's fun when it's at 99.
Oh, you can turn on the AFP if you want. No, I don't know, but maybe later. Don't need it now.
Is the twist on the AFB to accept the new change?
Yes.
Same as the button on the Vectron.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I get my locomotives mixed up in my head. AFB button is at the bottom. So the the AFB setting is down there.
Okay. I'm not turning AFB on right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This train does not need AFB.
Ah, no, okay. I've just been corrected. The twist here is just to get it out of 0. So it's usually you would need to twist it.
Oh, right, okay. To stop it moving accidentally.
Basically turn it to increase it, but obviously we don't need that here. Finally getting up to some speed. Sifa. Got him. Sifa. Zwangsbremsung.
It's not quite as frequent as the Czech loco that we did. That was something else on the old Vigilance.
We did get quite a bunch of questions for this DLC on our forums, and we're going to get to those. So tonight, I know Will has already answered quite a lot of questions on there. So if you don't want to wait, let me actually find the link to the Q&A thread for you. So you can have a look if you like. There you go. We'll go through those questions as well tonight, but if you have questions in the chat, feel free to ask them, and we'll get to them as soon as we can.
No, AFP is off right now. Matt doesn't want to.
Nope. AFB makes me not pay attention even more than I never pay attention normally.
Yeah, let's talk about the timetable. So currently, there's a few. So this timetable is based on the original Dresden timetable, but already improved. But there will be a new version that it's not coming out with release because it needs quite a bit of work. But we will update hopefully within the first 1 or 2 months. To a new timetable version that has a lot more fixes and a few more extra services. This one also has some extra services already, but we're extending that. It's currently running on the left track because we are at Coswick where we need to change tracks. So the dispatcher thinks that this is quicker. And since this line is signaled bidirectional, it's possible.
we thought about setting the chaos factor up to 99, but we would like to finish a service. So
I mean, I'm still not. I'm going to promise that we finish a service, but with chaos factor 99, we definitely won't get the we won't keep the train moving.
If we have it set to 5, we're we have a higher chance, about 94 times the chance to finish.
Nah, I mean everything is there are no technically. There are also faults which are like journey ending, but that's why we added on the right side. You can reset all faults in case you get a fault that would require the loco to be pulled, or you could just use the freeware mode and pull it. But yeah. No, if you do set things to chaos factor 99, things go very wrong quite quickly. So let me... Regarding the brands for the truck trailers, we are looking to expand the brand and licensing world, but every license and every brand, acquiring them is quite the endeavor. Let's call it that. So it's really not that easy since TSW is such a big game and gets sold all over the world. A lot of contracts and agreements are needed to get licenses.
Is the 101 expert included in this timetable now?
Yes, this timetable has the 101 expert, so you can drive the 101 expert on Dresden, Leipzig. Correct.
But you will still need to own the expert.
Oh, you need to own the 101 expert, yes.
Yeah. Can we get a... Thank you, man. You read my mind and the chat.
Well, I was looking at the chat, actually.
Yeah, the horns on these are a little weird. Also, in reality, they're quite... I always thought that horns would have more pre and after sound, but these are very functional. I like the old horns much more.
Best horn is a whistle.
True.
I very much like a foghorn. Like a...
Yeah, I mean, you either want a whistle or you want something like a US horn. The one that shakes the planet when you blow it.
Yeah.
So about repainting cargo, sadly, that's not possible yet. But we have the executive producer of trains here, who you can give that recommendation to.
Let's get the texture problem under control before we make more textures, yeah?
Isn't everything German punctual with no nonsense? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish.
Oh. Sweet summer child. So we saw the MFD can be set to English. Can the GSMR also be set to English?
Not that I know of. So we've not gotten that far yet, I think. We are the localization is actually a very interesting topic because this is the first time we, as the team behind this, did the localization to German ourselves. Because we thought, why not? Like we're the experts. So I am, I'm hoping for feedback on that because it's the first time we did that and not Dovetail's localization team.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I did some translation for like marketing material, and I did ask to please let it run by you because I might be able to translate normal words into English, but my railway knowledge is very rusty.
Even me, like I sit in front of the translation stuff and I'm like, oh god, and I need to go and ask the drivers because it's
highly technical, isn't it? I mean, that's what makes it difficult normally. Is just I remember, I'm assuming we still don't have this problem, but I remember being told that we had the word we used for bell on trains was the wrong word in Germany. We called it the church bell instead of a train bell.
Yes.
And it stayed like that for a long time. I gather there is a similar foobar with the Japanese translation that a Japanese person was telling me that there's one other word there which is it's not the right version of the word. So actually I haven't fed back to the localization team yet. I really ought to do that. But it's very easy to do, especially when you've got deeply technical things to try and get the right version of the word. It can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
I've really been trying to keep an eye on that kind of stuff for any, at least for any like marketing material that we're using, because that's what I work with on a daily basis. Because I think it's, for me personally, I think it's very important to keep, stuff straight. And I feel like we had a bit of a wonky track record with, especially with when it came to like German names and stuff like that, marketing materials. We sometimes got that wrong, which, if you're not a native German speaker, German isn't very easy.
Yeah.
So, not to throw anyone from our team under the bus, but I'm trying to keep an eye on that to like make sure we call it Köln with the Ö and not Köln with the O, and that's all that little details here and there.
Pengs David, no, unfortunately it's not 12th of March. We haven't got a release date for it yet. That little slip of a release video was not accurate. So hold fire. We will let you know when we have a confirmed release date. I think it's
Fun
not far
fact.
off. Go on.
Fun fact. Actually, no. I'm gonna let the community guess who leaked that. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Lukas. It wasn't Matt. It wasn't Harry. It wasn't Alex. It wasn't Jamie.
You need some more vegetables this summer, Raf. Clearly. You know what I mean.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with a J and ends with a D. I'm joking. It was him, but it was indeed an accident. Poor guy.
He's never gonna get rid of that. I'm trying my best, right, to leak more than he does, but he's just so good at it.
You have. What do you mean try? You have.
We don't call that leak anymore. That's like I don't know. And it's like the water tap's on full speed at this point.
It's like JD did it like once or twice. I think you're in the double digits.
Oops. Nah, we're. But everybody thinks he does more than me. That's so important.
Because he did a very serious one a long time ago.
That's true. Yeah. No, we have, as people know, like the 101, we do tend to our products. So we already have a few updates for this plant. We have a few faults identified that we just noticed a little too late. We will compile a list of stuff that we know is wrong in the forums, and then as soon as possible we'll get out the first patch. These locos are so complex, it's almost impossible to release them free of fault. Haha. That was a bad joke, I'm sorry.
So bad I've completely missed it.
I almost feel like we need to turn the chaos factor up.
5 should be enough. I think we
have 52 kilometers left to go. It'll be good. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
we calculated like every 20 minutes on chaos factor 5, I think. At some point we're just unlucky.
Speaking of faults and overheating brakes, the Expert 145 also features like a heat haze, which is a new thing.
It's not really a new thing. It's actually, I think you can see it on like diesel locos on top of the exhausts and stuff. But
yeah, but it's a new thing for like for the brake system.
Yeah, when the brakes basically overheat. Originally, we wanted to do that nice effect where brakes like really start to glow and melt. But turns out they stopped making brakes like that. They're only all like composite, basically plastic and stuff now. So that doesn't happen anymore. So they just get really hot, and so we added the heat haze.
How hard would it be to? Because obviously brakes can, if you like ignore the overheating, they can catch on fire, which is like a real risk. Mm-hmm. How hard would it be to simulate that? So is that something we considered?
Yeah, we have looked into it, but it's actually quite difficult because even if you look into like very big games, like even like Battlefield, they often, for destruction, they just have stuff that like breaks apart, nothing that burns, or like, because making something burn is, and then making it over time burn worse and like get more black, it's actually hard, especially doing that dynamically. So
yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think licensors would be too happy to see their race wagons set on fire.
That's also a point, yeah.
Or their trains in general.
The less fire near the railway, the better, I guess.
True.
SimWorld Live wants to know when we can have the brakes smelling bad as well. If we're going to finish the job, you know.
That is what you do in real life. You smell the brakes. If you look for the stuck brake, you go smelling. So yeah, we did have to add some sort of visual cue.
Do you have a hammer animation, or is it a kicking animation to release the stuck on brakes?
No, sadly, you just hear it. You just hear hammering it.
Okay. See, I was always taught to kick brakes, but I think that's because the ÖBB doesn't usually have hammers on their
you can also
passenger trains.
Yeah, you can also kick them, but it's like I'm actually not sure why they have both in Germany. That's a good question for a driver. Press E to smell. Yeah.
Sifa.
I guess, Matt, if you want to show the screen a little bit.
Can we do that when I'm finished?
Okay, yes, sorry.
I don't mind doing that without a vigilant system annoying me, but otherwise we'll just have to keep escaping every 20 seconds to cancel the CFA. But yeah, when we get to Dornreichenbach, we can take a look, absolutely.
I know. Distracting Matt is getting harder and harder.
No.
Getting better and better. He's learning.
I used to be like, I want to show off everything to the best of my ability, and now I'm like, you guys are just trying to trip me up.
Yeah, because it's asked again. Driving the train in expert mode off is actually quite simple. So there's nothing to worry about there.
Yeah. Someone asked earlier on, if you are expert mode off, does it still use the manual coupling method?
Yes. You will not get like problems and faults, but you can still manual couple if you want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some shunting stuff on this timetable with the expert wagons, and it gets a lot more time consuming than usually, but it's part of the expert experience. Someone's asking why the speed is restricted to 100. That is because this train is not allowed to go faster. Too heavy, too big. So basically freight cars limited.
You notice for PCB U.
Yeah, that's because we have wagons in G. Yeah. So our brake timings are much higher, so we need to drive a little slower. So the 145 substitutes onto I think 11 routes as a freight loco. Sadly, currently only on Dresden, Leipzig as a passenger loco, but we are hoping to
reason it
improve
doesn't
that
sub into all
situation.
146.2s, or is it because it's longer?
We've looked into that, and we couldn't find a way to make it work simply.
Yeah, if it's longer than a 146.2, then it won't work. Although it does, I think in most cases the Taurus can sub in, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah, we're trying to improve that situation. But obviously that requires updates to other products and stuff, so it's easy. Here comes the famous.
It's another talented train.
Sifa, Sifa.
Hamster cheeks.
Which country was it that has like names most of the trains like after animals? Or it's like nicknames? Wasn't it Germany? I think it was Germany with the crocodile.
Germany, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
We name all of our stuff in the UK after a variety of things. Each class of train or subclass will generally have a type of things, like the Deltics, I think, were army regiments. Are they army regiments and racing horses? I can't remember, but
that's a very interesting mix.
Yeah. So obviously for this, we're also releasing a manual again, made by Raphael. Who also did the 101 manual that was very popular. So everybody should be in good hands. We're hoping to finish that next week. We'll likely share that slightly ahead of release, so that everybody can read up.
no, I'm not going to external camera mode because certainly in this build, Sifa is not audible externally. So we will be coming to a stop on a regular basis. But we'll have a look outside once we get to Dornreichenbach.
You could go outside and just constantly press Q, like every 10 seconds.
Spam the Q key. Someone didn't tell me to set my headlights.
No. Bad driver.
What's that going on about? Oh, I'm going over the 100.
You're
See,
too
this
fast.
is the problem.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem. You've got to watch what you're doing.
We got him!
Successfully distracted.
I was watching the numbers slowly going from yellow to red, and I was like,
I hate you lot.
You love us, and you know it.
Yeah, the Sifa not being audible externally, we are fixing.
Höhefreigabe, Höhefreigabe, Höhefreigabe.
Hey, you didn't come to a full stop. That's
Saved it.
not too bad.
It's professional driving, that is. No, the only manual you need to get me, Raf, is ignore Lukas and Jan. That's the manual I need. Because they're troublemakers.
But we're so much fun.
Sifa.
PCBU is 45 at the entry to 500 hertz, isn't it?
No, less.
Oh, it's less. I thought it was 65, 45, 45.
Yeah. The entry is 25,
Entries.
then monitoring.
It's 25 that you've got to get down to, but entry I think is 45.
Yeah. Sorry, I got the wrong. I thought you meant the end.
Right, let's get into some questions while we're waiting for Matt to get back up to speed. Again, Will has done a wonderful job of already answering most of the questions in the thread at length. So if you want to go and read ahead, you can do so with this link that I just posted in chat. But I'm going to torture Lukas and ask him the same questions. But I think there's some good questions in here that I think we can talk about on the stream. But again, make sure to check out the Q&A thread as well, because Will has gone to a lot of lengths answering those questions very detailed. So yeah, if you want even more details, go to the thread, read them there. We'll just whistle stop through them because most of the answers are already given. From F Prioto 520, will the rolling stock get suspension?
So yeah, we are. There's a few core problems with the suspension we're not 100% happy with, but Will has been experimenting a lot with that, and he's found some ways to improve it. But that we basically, before release, we made the decision to take suspension out of a bunch of rolling stock just because it created behavior that we didn't like. The longer the drive goes, if you then go into photo mode, you have like the bogies sliding out, for example, and the whole tilting, etc., isn't quite what we want, and not everything is fully configurable. So we're not 100% happy with the core suspension system. However, we're gonna apply it again with a better method that Will has been working out. So that'll be in the first patch, probably the first post patch, maybe the second. But there is William has already given feedback to Dovetail about what he thinks is wrong there and what should be improved.
Yeah, thank you. MJCKP is asking, will we be able to connect jumper cables manually?
Not yet. It wasn't necessary really on this. Because we did plan this as a freight focused. The passenger stuff got more and more pronounced the longer the project went. So that's still missing. But we do plan to add that feature later. So the jumper cable, the electrical connections will also need to be connected manually. But that's not in the release version.
They also ask, can the sliding walls on the cabins be opened?
No. The older freight wagons basically are copies with improved physics, added faults, added controls, but no big art changes to the core stuff.
Nate Dog 7A is asking, does the 145 introduce a completely new timetable for Dresden Leipzig, or simply layer onto the existing timetable?
So it is a new timetable, however it's not completely new. It's based on the original, and also the much improved version that we're currently sorting together is also still based on the 2018 timetable. So it's not a new year. We did remove some rail tours and stuff because of the recent problems with mounting too many add-ons, just to reduce the load, basically. If you want them, you can still go to the original timetable. Yeah.
All right. Nate also asks, will the Expert 101 be required to get the 101 services on Dresden Leipzig, or will the normal 101 provide a substitution if the Expert 101 is not owned?
No. So you do need to own the 145 Expert to get the timetable. There's not a real good solution for that. We want to. So we currently have this problem where if we put more timetables into the 101 Expert pack, it mounts too many add-ons, and then on PlayStation stuff doesn't show up at all anymore because you go above this mount limit. I think Matt explained a lot of that in a recent roadmap stream. We were gonna go and ask Dovetail if we can release like basically a gameplay pack that's free, where we can park a few timetables in to improve that situation. But that's still to be discussed, because actually releasing something like that
magnifies the problem.
It doesn't magnify it, it improves this file situation, but it's quite complicated to do that.
It's definitely not easy. The mounting capacity issue is a challenging one.
Yeah.
Moving on to Open-Minded, who asks what happened to the LKW Walter license, which is something we touched on earlier.
But it was never confirmed. We were saying that we were inquiring. All I can say there that the process of acquiring that license is still in progress. They have been nice. However, acquiring a license is, like I said, a big endeavor. It requires a lot of back and forth with huge contracts, and Dovetail is doing their best, and we are doing our best, but it just wasn't possible for release, and I can't promise that it'll ever happen. Contracts are a delicate thing. Sometimes not even in the control of any party, just like regulations.
It's essentially the same answer we give to any question about potential future content or license. I think, yeah. Nothing we can confirm or deny at the moment. Open-Minded also asked, how much time do I have to set up my train? So essentially, when you do timetable service, do you have enough time to set everything up?
Yeah, so for example, if your loco starts in a yard and is shut off there, you have more than 10 minutes, but we split them up into different services, so you have enough time. If the train is basically ready to run, got the standard 2 or 3 minutes. And if you need to do a brake test, if you like start in a yard, but it's not fully dark, you get, I think, 5 minutes. There's a bit of time depending on the situation planned.
Open-Minded also asked, are there actually cold and dark trains in timetable mode?
Yes, there are cold and dark trains in timetable mode.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Can we up the chaos factor to like 10? I don't know, I'm scared that we're not gonna get a fold. We had multiple people testing on 5 and getting enough on 5, but
it's afraid of giving me a fault. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's all based on luck, so we're just unlucky in this case.
Open-Minded asked, I would be interested to see how the Bremszettel works in-game. Is this dynamic and changes while my consist changes? For example, coupling additional wagons to my train? Or is it static and linked to the service I'm selecting?
No, it's dynamic. Sorry.
In case it's dynamic, is it limited to expertified wagons, or does it always work with any rolling stock?
No, it is dynamic, so it's not linked to the service. You could. It is based on a list. And a bit of magic. So most rolling stock should work on release. If we find anything that's missing, we will add that. But most things should work. And it's not just the freight wagons, right? It's also the passenger stuff. Yeah.
Nice. So that's a fully dynamic Bremszettel. Another question from Open-Minded. I would also like to see some of the external failures in action during the stream. We are working on that.
We're working on that.
Especially hot brakes and the effects of them. How do I identify them? Maybe someone can talk us through potential consequences of mishandling certain aspects of the expert's features during the stream. Are there more features we have not heard or read about? Maybe sloshing in the ZACNS or something like that.
Yeah, we have. So I've tried to expand on that earlier, but we will need to. Maybe we can key that for tomorrow for trains in place preview tomorrow. I have a few ideas on how we could trigger a few stuff to show that there. It's actually not that easy to trigger certain faults because they're random. But I have some ideas.
Alright, and final question from Open-Minded. Any chance to get the manual released ahead of the loco itself? Yes, it will be. A few more questions. We got 2 from a user called Choo Choo. Love the name. Moving forward, how will the BR145 be integrated into timetables?
Yeah, I just talked about that. So basically it's subbing as a freight loco on, I think, all 11 German routes. And the passenger version is on Dresden, Leipzig, and yeah.
And second question from Choo Choo, will the expert wagons come only in expert timetables? So this is about wagons, not the loco.
Yes, they will. We're looking into updating a few of the older 101 expert timetables with expert wagons later, so that they sub in basically. But freight wagon substitution is a big problem.
We got a question from Paddington Bear. Are there any plans to add the new Czech goods cars, which will release with Liberec Stara Parker, to the database for Bremszettel and Wagenliste?
That's a William question. Did he answer that?
Let me double check. It's one of the later questions. I don't know if he did.
He might have already done, because William and... I mean, we talk, like the Czech guys and us, we do talk and share.
He did answer. He said, yes, there are plans. Smiley face. Okay. There you go. And final question from Dave4723. Will the IC cab car be compatible with the 145?
It'll work.
I think that means there won't be any timetable services with it. But
yes.
If you are determined enough to couple it to the 145, yeah, you can.
So I've not. Yeah, it should work. Yeah.
Checking the different chat rooms if there are any more questions that we haven't answered yet. Looking at you, Discord. We did get a question in chat. I have a question whether there will be situations in which signals such as ZS1, ZS7 or ZS8 will appear.
Not in the scenarios for this pack, I think. That's very route dependent. Yeah.
Sifa.
Can we drive to 145 on Liberec? You can.
No,
in free
no,
roam?
no. Well, in free, yes, but Liberec is diesel. There's no.
You could run it down a hill somewhere.
Yes. You can put it on top of a hill and watch it go.
Oh, actually, possibly not, because I don't know if you'd be able to get the brakes off.
You should be if you just opened it. Oh well, no.
No.
If you can't charge the car on the compressor.
Yeah. Crud.
You will have to bring it there with a full brake reservoir and loaded battery.
Just go to Tesco, buy a bunch of AA batteries, strap them to the...
It's basically what they powered from, to be honest. You know, they make this big deal about power stations, but yeah, it's just AA's.
If you take enough AA's, powertrain.
Yeah, as Maddie said, you can release the brake once.
Should have these things. I've got like I've got one of these portable batteries for my car now. It's just a portable battery that you can use to jump start your car if you ever need to. So you should have one of those that you can just stick in your pocket for your train.
I mean, if it starts, I might be wrong, but if it starts cold, are the brakes applied? Does it have a Federspeicherbremse?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay.
Sifa.
It's very excitable, doesn't it, when the Sifa light goes on?
Yeah.
Well, you should just press the pedal every 29 seconds. That's the solution.
Let's up the chaos mode to 20. We're running out of time. We're just... this is the presentation effect. We're unlucky.
Then we have the same problem with the 101.
Yeah. Sifa. I would be an excellent Sifa voice, I think.
You sound too happy.
Thrilled at the possibility of trapping another driver.
Sifa.
I'm about to stop traffic in the entire region.
Safer.
What you need is one of those drinky birds. You know, the ones that go, like, move their heads up and down to press the Q button.
Yes.
Drinky birds. That's a name I've not heard for them before.
I don't know what they're called. But you know what it means.
I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess you passed the basic test of communication. We understood.
I think the German name is literally like the translation for, like, just means drinking bird. I think. I might be wrong.
It's not something silly like I need to come out of that menu, is it?
No. I mean, you can try, but couldn't. Press, yeah.
Then we immediately get a break fault.
I reckon it's too afraid to give me a fault. It knows we're never going to be moving ever again, and the train will be scrapped.
Scrap it.
Gonna have to take the train out back. Send it off to the farm. I mean, Rav raises a good point. We might already have a fault that we're just not seeing, like a stuck window wiper. Wasn't it one of the faults? Try turning on the window wiper. Crud. Well, at least the speakers are working.
Can you show the traction motor screen, so Z? The number is 7.
That one?
Yeah.
Seem to be all working.
Yeah, somebody just wanted to see it, so I was like, why not?
Tell you what, as soon as we hit the 10-kilometer mark, we're going to double the fault chance for every kilometer.
Okay.
So we're gonna go from 5 to 10, from 10 to 20.
We're already at 20.
Well, then we're going to 40, and then 80, and then the maximum. Double or nothing.
Break it. RAF wants it to disable and enable the fault simulation entirely. I don't think it does anything, but let's try it.
Well, we've immediately triggered a fault.
Okay. Then click on the fault.
What do we get?
Press V.
Press?
Your V greater 0 because you're still moving. Okay. Nothing. Oh, your cab light is not working anymore. Timetable light.
How exciting!
That's not exciting.
Well, if you want to see your brakes getting stuck, you'll have to get the DLC as soon as it releases and find out for yourself. Set the chaos factor to 99 and go for it.
Be unlucky.
We've got another one now.
Oh, traction blower as well.
You need to.
Oh, I need
No,
to
you need to.
go down to it and then that one.
Yeah.
I'm missing a power bogey.
Yeah, you have like half. If you go to G now, back to the motor screen, and to Z, you will.
Nope.
Oh. You have a traction lock. Off min. Work now. Yeah. Your last bogey is dead.
There you go. All we had to do is turn it off and on again, apparently.
If we would have needed to go up a mountain now, or a gradient, that would have been not fun.
Good thing you're going downhill. Unless you want to show a more visual fault.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I don't know if you want to turn the chaos factor down again.
No, just keep it on. I want to see some stuff happening.
This is Lucas's secret revenge on me.
Höhenfreigabe. Höhenfreigabe. Höhenfreigabe.
We're gonna get like a mile away from our last stop. And everything breaks down. All the brakes apply and get stuck.
Störung. Störung. Störung.
Go to the faults. I think you got more faults.
Yep, we got another one.
I think this is not working because your bogey is dead.
Oh.
Basically, your faults are accumulating now, so it's a problem.
Störung.
Okay, let's stop. Let's brake.
Störung.
I think it's already broke.
Yeah, go to the bogey fault.
Störung.
That one.
Störung.
And now press view 0. Yeah.
Reset the MSS into its operating position and reset the throttle 2 times. Okay, next question. What's an MSS?
That's a breaker. So go to the machine room. You will see behind them. Basically, LSS are like the breakers up top, and MSS are the one behind that. So the buttons. So there's one's going to be off. There, middle one. The one in the middle one. The one in the middle. So. Refresh the fault list. Okay, you're in luck.
On that one.
Oh no, the other one is also. Yeah, that one is that's a normal switch. Look.
Where's that one?
Also back there. LSS. So up there, that's the light that's broken. We don't care. Yeah. And no, that was just the light one. That was the other one. We're looking for this one. So it says. Yeah, go look for that one. That's also somewhere. Left. Oh, there.
Yeah, bottom row.
Okay, we're in luck. Because they can short circuit and then it's not possible to turn them on again, and then you might need to like restart the loco and stuff like that.
Clear.
Yeah, we can drive on.
This might be a daft question, but could you, technically, if your train breaks down completely and it's not, it's beyond saving, could you spawn a new loco that, in quotation marks, comes to save you, and use that to drive it away, your entire consist?
Yes.
I forgot what the word for abschleppen is.
Tow.
Tow, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, have a.
You would need to put this loco fully into tow mode, basically, and then you can tow it away. Yeah.
Presumably just waiting for the brakes to come off on the cars now. If in doubt, more power. Bellows traction motor sky high. Speaking of which. Yay!
There you go.
No. We're not gonna reach the end with chaos factor 44.
No.
Told
But
you.
it's just a machine reliable, we don't care. Yeah.
But how are you supposed to see your LSS with all the other faults that are going to crop up in the next 2 seconds?
Torch.
I don't think they approve of open fire in a train.
No, a modern torch from the last 50 years or so.
Sorry, I tease.
Sifa.
It's like those things where they just find a random torch on the wall, that's all that for them. Now, this is convenient, let's take this.
What do you mean? There's always a torch burning in a machine room of a 145.
It's called traction motors.
Yeah, something's off with this driver assist message. We're gonna have to look into that. Ugh.
Kühlfreigabe. Zugbeeinflussung.
PCLZB's over.
Zugbeeinflussung.
How long is the manual? About A4 plots SW. It's what, 294 millimeters or something?
Sifa.
It's 279 by 21.
Okay.
No, 97, sorry.
I
know that.
That felt like long thin, to be honest.
Well, it's 21 in width, in centimeters, by 29.7 in height. And then A3 doubles in width, and then A2 doubles in height, and then goes on. I used to be a bookbinder, so I know that.
It must be really tedious sitting on a shelf holding paper together.
Well, it's a good core training. It's good for.
Oh, no, we lost the MCB. That's not good.
It's
roll
fine.
as far as you can.
We're
as far as you can.
We're 700 meters away. We're gonna roll in there. We have enough mass.
We got power again. Panic, no?
I'm not panicking.
Yeah, I guess I'm the one who's driving the train, so.
No, you're not getting back power.
There it
Oh, no,
comes.
you are. Okay.
Patience, young
Okay.
Padawan.
Okay.
30 seconds, but I want it now.
Sifa.
sometimes the game does a great job of trying to predict where you're coming from.
Great placement.
Well, as long as the stop marker isn't around that bend.
As long as it didn't just say, and now move forward 1 centimetre. No! Right, and we're going to do a passenger service now, aren't we?
Yes.
I did get scared there for a little. I did full service was not my first choice. It takes time to apply the brakes, so. So NV running an S1.
We were looking for. Let's see.
Just any.
So 31021. I think that's what we ran earlier, Lucas, wasn't it? The number rings true. 31021. Remember that number, folks. It'll be important. Right. ZD, ZN, 31021. And you said 9 was a passenger train?
Yeah.
Let's go and have a look at what 188 is. 188 is 180. So 9, 180, and our length is 80. So.
First, what you were saying.
Oh, yeah. I could do that if you want. Feels boring to me. But. Right, right, so 9, it was 180 on that. It was, length was 80, and our top speed is 140. I guess that's not a total surprise. 140, into that, acknowledge. You have to, if you're zoomed into the screen like that, you have to come out with the right click before you can do the acknowledge on it. You press the PCB acknowledge button. Right, that's that. We've already got a fault.
Ooh. Well, your chaos mode is still 44. Let's reduce that.
Chaos factor. Yeah, okay. Let's make that 5. We've seen faults now.
Also, before you depart, make sure to give us like an external view.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. And the number is 31021. And my driver number is highly secret. Please don't copy anyone. Right. That's that. Faults-wise, we have LS. Hang on.
It's just the. Oh no, your train lights are dead. It's bad.
There it is.
There it is.
Cool. Right. Fault cleared. Good.
Unlock your door.
Oh yeah, doors. We're a passenger train now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We do these. Not that one. That one. Better.
Can you give us a quick flyby of the external view?
It's a red box. Oh.
Highly detailed train you've never seen before.
Yeah. Maybe you can show the fuse on the side that can blow, but maybe don't take it off.
Don't cut my train off again like I did earlier on.
So there's a fuse in there. You can remove that, but that will obviously kill the train. So don't do that.
Shall we talk about this?
Oh yes. So PIS is on this is mostly manual. So there will be a list that comes with it that has like the route IDs. In this case, we're going to Dresden main station, so that's 1007. But you can also play with these numbers and like do all kinds of fun. You can also maybe turn up the announcements a little bit with the dial on the left. So you can also do special announcements. So if you go up there and press the service functions above OK. No, not that one. C. Yeah. And then C again. Yeah, and then 4. You can, for example, press 2 and then yeah. And there's a big list of special announcements that you can do, that the guy can do. Yeah.
I think the PIS board is also special.
Yeah, the PIS board is highly detailed and tiny flip dots.
Oh, is it actually like? Is it animated? So if,
No, sadly not. You cannot see it. No. And no, the Dostos are not expert. They are still standard.
GSMR saying DB cargo, is that intentional?
Oh no, you can change that. So you go to set D again. You have to run
Next station.
Yeah.
SIFA, Türfreigabe.
What was I going to do?
GSMR.
Oh yeah.
So set the 9, yeah, and then free. So if you yeah, and you are free, so your DB read you, yeah. Just accept that, yeah.
And what were we going to do for a funny announcement on here anyway?
Oh no, you mean like funny names? I don't know, like 152, I think. As seen on real locos. Yeah.
Does the announcement change?
Sadly, no.
To give you the woo voice.
I wish it did, but no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you need to turn on trade line. Otherwise the people will...
Do what, sorry?
Turn on the electric train supply on the left, next to the MCB. Yeah, start. Yeah.
The next stop is Glomp. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung RAR.
Nächste Station, Meißen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Look, you put this in there.
I was going to say, ECM2, don't you blame me? But the number came from Lukas. I am merely a tool here. I wish I had said that.
Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe.
Yeah, it does accelerate nicely now because we have only two
Without all
cars.
that heavy freight train on the back, it's a veritable sports car by comparison.
Pulling lotless weight.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1.
Head Israel going all innocent there.
Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Neu-Sörnewitz. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Actually, I kind of want a mod now, where someone does the Uwu voice for the announcements. Someone needs to do that. Someone get on that right now? It's okay, Hantus. This is something very specialized of a certain subset of internet culture.
Yeah, can we have the sound one more time, like accelerating from the outside at some point? You can turn off CIFA if you want. I don't know.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Just isolate it in the machine room.
Yeah,
Do that at the next stop.
the breaker and the valve.
Can you turn the screens to dark mode?
Yeah.
There you go.
SIFA, SIFA. SIFA, SIFA.
Nächste Station, Neu-Sörnewitz. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
I know it's Neu-Sörnewitz, but I thought he said Neu-Sahnewitz. I think that's a very weird name for a town. New cream joke?
Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe.
Someone's asking in Discord, can we get a sneak peek of the custom destinations? Maybe we can look at a few after when the service is done.
Okay. Lucas couldn't remember any. We were trying them earlier on and couldn't find any.
I have a few we can look at. I can't remember all of them.
Yeah, let's not spoil all of them. But I'm looking at you, Discord. If you have a few, you can post them in there.
So what number then, Lucas?
Do I don't know, like wait, do 101. But okay, that's a bit boring. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden.
That's apparently the wrong valve I just
Hauptbahnhof.
toggled.
Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station,
Which one did you do?
Oh, I did the yeah, I did the PZB one, not the C4 one. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good job I got Lucas here watching real time on Discord so that he can, help me out here. It's really useful.
I was looking for route IDs.
Zugbeeinflussung, Zwangsbremsung, Zwangsbremsung,
What happened?
Zwangsbremsung, Zwangsbremsung,
I don't even know what I did there.
Zwangsbremsung.
Too much
Oh yeah,
fun.
your CIFA is cut out, so can only go maximum of 50.
I'm giving Lucas the side eye at the moment.
No, you can. Wait.
I think he's trying to tell you something.
Sorry, I'm not quite pressing. When I press the key, I'm not quite pressing it long enough for it to trigger in a lot of cases. So I'm going to put CIFA back on again. And
No. Go. So did you turn off the breaker, or only the valve?
both. Well, no, sorry, no, I did this thing.
And I know, and then there's a breaker. So if you
Where's the
go up,
breaker?
there.
There.
Just
Okay,
third
there, he
bottom,
says.
bottom third from left.
That one.
Yes.
He was pointing at the screen.
This German man was yelling at us because Lucas set me up. It's like, turn CIFA off and now go and sit outside for a bit. Nothing will go wrong, I promise. Oh, come on, take powertrain.
You gotta. No, you gotta go off min. Yeah. Okay.
Not the way I do it.
Didn't.
You still have a.
Störung.
Oh no, that's just a C4 fault. Okay.
Störung.
We've got a fault. Oh,
That's just a
C4
C4.
off.
Yeah.
Zwangsbremsung.
Nope.
Zwangsbremsung.
Okay, go to W. We can find out what's actually happening. Go to W. On the screen number 2. W. Then
Hang on a
2
minute.
again. So WD.
Let me silence angry German person.
I didn't say anything.
WD. So do 2
Are
again.
we going to put WD-40 on it?
Okay, so
That usually fixes it.
So that was the last one. That was LZB. Das was. Okay, scroll down.
Oh, I think it's because of PZ. There was a PZB
Yeah.
thing influence, so I broke PZB influence. That's why.
Yeah.
I went over 40
Yeah.
kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Too
allow
many
you. but
mad
you're
German
moving
things going on
backwards.
at once here.
Sorry.
Störung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, I saw the 60 sign. I did acknowledge it. Or I tried to. But then C4 went crazy. Then I think having gone through that, I think I then, because I'd stopped, it went into restricted monitoring, which was then limiting me probably actually to 25, wasn't it?
No, 45 in this mode.
Right. I know it is at the moment, but we stopped for a
Yeah, you
period
can
of
also
time.
see in the log. It does say LZB, which is usually the PZB.
Störung.
Oh, I didn't acknowledge the 60. Okay, maybe I was just about to acknowledge it when all the crazy happened, because I did see it. I had my finger on the button. But like I said, sometimes I'm finding, and I'll give you this feedback as well, Lucas, I have to hold these buttons down just a beat too long, and I keep missing them. Even though I'm pressing the button, it doesn't actually...
I'll forward the complaint to William.
You should. You should.
Okay, let's do another funny train name. So let's do...
Oh, yeah, let's
133.
focus on other things instead of driving for a bit, yeah.
Top left. Yep, 133.
Störung.
What? Free.
Train face.
You gotta look at the outside.
Hell yeah.
Is it updated? It might have updated all DOS data, right? It did! My word!
Incredible.
Coupling between the 145 and non-expert wagons is like standard coupling. Like there's nothing new.
Störung.
Oh, you gotta start slowing down.
Do I?
The next signal was red, I think.
No, it isn't.
Störung.
Okay, never mind. Phone signal. I didn't really look. I looked at train. I like that German trains scream at you all the time. It's so nice.
If you were to drive right, they wouldn't scream at you.
Nächste Station.
Nah, some trains
Ausweg
scream at you even if you drive right.
Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
German people usually get mad at me for one reason or another, so it's something I'm used to.
It's in our blood.
Yeah. I get mad all the time at the
It
job.
does. It seriously. I get all these weird, grumpy, frustrated messages from him on Teams. What he doesn't know is I've just got a bot connected to my Teams account now, so it's made my life a lot more peaceful.
Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe.
That's how we express appreciation, you know.
Störung, Störung.
The other fault is just the CFA, right?
Yeah, it's just CIFA.
Yeah, if you go look at the wagon list in front of you, for example, now, that is also
This.
filled out, so you can see how many passengers are in those wagons or how many fit in there. So 31, 63, first class, second class, the brake percentages and stuff. So it's all in there. Oh yeah, you can
Sehr
in
geehrte
the fault
Reisende,
list
herzlich willkommen
you can
im
press the
Zug
WeX something
S1
button and then
nach
it stops complaining.
Hauptbahnhof.
The what?
Wir wünschen Ihnen
The
eine
top.
angenehme Reise.
The-
Nächste
yeah, just-
Station.
yeah, and if you go back now, it-
Sitzschewig. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
It'll don't scream at you all the time anymore. I think your electric brake is slightly on.
Oh, yes. Yeah, how'd that happen? Excessive competence. That's how that happens.
Apparently your electric brake is applied.
Yeah, it's all fixed. We're moving now.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening.
I wish we did a new route with HL signals. Not a lot left.
German idea of lateness. Well, I can't speak for all of us, but for me personally, I'm late if I'm not 15 minutes early. I don't know how Lukas feels about that, but yeah.
If it's important to me, then yes.
Yeah. If we
So all them late meetings are mine that you're late to. Excellent. Oh, wow.
Hey, we usually wait for you in the meetings.
Well, this is actually true. This is true.
Nächste Station.
To be fair, I'm fairly certain Matt is one of the busiest people
Yeah.
in the company, trying to book a meeting with Matt is challenging.
Challenging is a word for it, yeah.
The problem is the delay propagates. When he then comes late to a meeting with me, I then keep him longer, and then he comes late to the next
But that's
meeting.
common with all of my meetings.
Yeah.
I'm late. Every meeting I'm late to makes the next one late, which makes the next one later still.
Türfreigabe.
So, yeah.
Fun fact. That's how all the delays in the Deutsche Bahn also work.
Is the fault system still on, or did you fully disable it?
Should be still on.
Okay.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden. Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Radebeul, Kötzschenbroda. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung
No, you need to.
links.
So, put it into off. Now press A, D. And now keep it on off for a second. Oh, now it worked, yeah. You need to give it a few seconds for the electronics to work.
Electricity does famously move very slowly.
Yeah. I've ran away from lightning strikes. It's... Finally some speed. Yeah, we're not sure why this driver assist message keeps popping up so much. It is important, but it comes in the wrong place sometimes, so we'll look at that. Obviously you can turn off driver assist messages.
Oops. Oh no, here we go. We found the brakes.
I don't know.
It's fine. You just need to stop with the... Okay, never mind.
Hey, as long as there's a coach in the station, we're good. There you go, let's see. There's a coach in the station.
There you go.
You'll panic too much.
Bitte Fahrgäste, bitte nutzen Sie nur die hinteren Ausgänge. Vielen Dank.
He's just insulted me, hasn't he?
No, I would never. Actually, I'm insulted now. I was just telling the passengers to please use the rear exits.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden. Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Radebeul, Weintraube. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
It was probably rude towards the passengers. The good news is they were more worried about their bruised arms and, legs from where they fell over after I stopped, so...
That's fine. Deutsche Bahn has good lawyers. Fun fact, I once had to go to court because one of my passengers fell over, allegedly, after the driver broke too hard, again, allegedly.
That never happens. I've no idea how that could even happen.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of people mentioning PIS code 153, but I'm suspicious.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a random request from the forum because I have no idea what will show up. I've streamed before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't trust chat, however.
This is... I'm keeping my eye on you guys. Eyes even, both of them.
Oh, you can do 153. It's
It's not going to affect our age rating, yeah?
Nah, it's not spicy.
Lucas, you wouldn't put anything like that in a game, right?
Nah.
Nah.
Türfreigabe.
Well, this better be worth it.
Türfreigabe.
Very good.
All right.
It's not spicy, it's common sense.
Yeah, you can leave that up.
I'm going through the list right now. There's nothing spicy in there.
That means there's something
Okay.
that's nearly spicy based on the way you said that.
Lucas, Lucas, you have ooh in there, so
Has it got OWO as well, so you can complete the set? Because then you could do OWO when you're coming into a stop too fast.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Radebeul Ost, Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
I don't know, somehow I've decoupled the electric brake from the train brake. I don't know why. Or how to fix it. I imagine it'll be in the manual when the manual's out.
You should just be able to the top bit. Can't you like couple it with that again?
The top bit.
The top bit of the. No. Doesn't it? Oh, how did that work? Crap.
Oh yeah. No.
No. 1 second.
That's why the braking has been useless, because it hasn't been doing all the brakes.
Nächste Station, Radebeul Ost, Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Yeah, but they should relink together really easily from what I've seen on other trains, certainly, Paul. Put them back in the same pace pretty much, I think, unless they relink. Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you raise that one then, Raf.
Türfreigabe.
It works for me, so I'm slightly confused.
You need an expert like me at the helm.
Put it all the way forward. Both. Put them both all the way forward. And then put that one all the way. Yeah, no, that one all the way forward. No, the electric one. No, the other one is the electric one. I think that should then say couple use it. That's awkward.
Nope.
I shall speak to Mr. Will.
Oh yeah, maybe it's a fault.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug
One.
S1 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Dresden-Trachau, Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Yeah, it's working on. I'm testing it on the side right now. It's all working in the same cap, so.
Something must cause it to get unlinked that then won't relink again somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll ask the expert later.
I mean, cab 1 of the red one, if that helps.
I've been...
Nächste Station Dresden-Trachau. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe.
When you point the e-brake lever and it says decouple, can't you? So decouple is a state. So if we move it in onto decouple, right, it's like it's the next state down below, essentially.
If you pull the electric brake to like the middle position, sorry, after the
Sehr
stop,
geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1
and then
nach Dresden
pull the
Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen
main lever
eine
behind that.
angenehme Reise. Nächste
That's
Station Dresden
fully behind it.
Ausstieg in
Okay, that's
Fahrtrichtung
weird
links.
because that relinks it for me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Put them in the same position and then they should...
Can you reset all faults and see if it's a fault?
That's...
3.
Number 3.
No, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch what that is and fix it.
Don't need another
Nobody
German
has-
signalling PowerPoint, Gav. This one is enough. Not far to go now. Is the tea light on or off, depending on whether the doors are open or...
Nächste
Depends on the door system.
Dresden-Pieschen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
These ones.
It should be on if they're open. But check behind you what door system you're actually in.
Should be TBS, shouldn't it?
Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe, Türfreigabe.
Actually, sounds like it's TB0.
Should be TB0, yeah.
Doesn't this have TBS?
Yeah, tea light on when the doors are flashing when the doors are, and then presumably, and then off when they're closed. Yeah.
If you look behind you on the wall, you can see the. That is in. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Never mind. But yeah, it's. I think these run on TB0. Quickly check.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Dresden, Bischofsplatz. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Yeah, it's TB0.
Huh. Is it just because it's that loco? It seems odd that a passenger train in that year still has TB0.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I mean, it's okay. It doesn't affect gameplay. It's just out of my own curiosity.
Yeah, I need to read up on that. The fridge is on the left, if you're looking for that, man.
I wasn't, but now I am. Where?
Behind you on the left, basically. No. The breaker panel behind you, and then on the left. There's the fridge.
No treats inside. Ah, what is this?
No.
Nächste Station, Dresden, Bischofsplatz. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Okay, so the Nahverkehrspaket can do tough, not just TB0. Okay.
So can we change it? Or if we got that, would that be difficult?
I don't think it works that way. It's
okay.
Depending on what the coaches have to get.
Oh, I see.
Türfreigabe.
That would have been a fun Easter egg. Every time you open the fridge door, something else is inside.
Write that down.
It's like the high mech. I don't know if everyone here remembers the high mech on TS Classic, where you could open them. There was the pasty, and you could open the microwave door and put the pasty in the microwave, close the microwave door. Or on the pannier tank, where there was a pasty that was on the top of the firebox door, and you could put pasty in the fire. And for a little while there, pasties were becoming a thing, which, I'm in favour of.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Dresden Neustadt. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links. Nächste Station, Dresden Neustadt. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
To lovely station, Dresden, Stadt.
Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
I do like the glass roof. Looks very airy and light. Once we arrive at the final station, can we do a quick spawn-in of the RBH livery?
Yeah.
And I think then we're gonna call it a night.
We'll continue tomorrow on the German version.
Dresden Mitte.
Yes.
Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Electric brake, man. Electric brake.
Oh, is it still?
Störung.
Got
That
no
was too
fault.
quick.
Störung.
No, you were too quick. You get a fault if you put the electric brake into 0 and then apply power too quickly. You get a fault. Oh no! Oh no! You gotta. Oh no! Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's a fault. That's all good.
Dresden Mitte is always that one station that's just like the, oh come on, I thought we were at the end now. One more station before you get to the final one.
You could skip it.
Me miss a station? What?
That would be first.
I think there's even a special announcement for it. I'm not sure. If you go on the top,
Sorry?
the PAS component at the top, the FT95. If you go to
Don't listen
special
to him.
announcements.
Don't listen to him, Matt. You're 700 meters away from your stop.
I'm not falling for that trick again.
Dresden Mitte. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Damn it. There's another station, you know that, right?
It would be final destination if I was driving the train, Morris's, if you catch my drift.
Dear passengers, because of a very EP driver, this train will end at this station. Please leave the train.
Oh, we still got Freiberger Strasse to go. Jeez.
That's what I meant.
So many extra bonus stations.
Ah,
Look at all these stations we can miss.
I wouldn't know.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Dresden, Freiberger Straße. Nächste Station Dresden, Freiberger Straße. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Türfreigabe.
Miss it. Oh.
I wouldn't want to ruin my spotless record, Lucas.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug S1 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Did it, gang.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Nächste Station Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Zugbeeinflussung. Türfreigabe.
Yep, that's Dresden.
Beautiful.
I was going to say I got there and didn't break the train, but we got there, half of that.
We got there despite breaking the train.
Yeah, exactly. That's even better.
There you go. Can you spawn a what was it? RHS?
RBH. Yeah.
RBH. Sorry. Just real quick so we can see that too. There you go. There it is in all its blue glory.
If you look at the front of the Nahverkehrsverbund, you can now see, basically you can see that it has more of these guardrails and more steps in front on both sides. Yeah, both electrical connections. And then in the machine room, there are also a few more buttons and the cap. And...
Well, there you go. Everyone, I'm giving you a 2-second warning. I'm putting the cameras back on. Right, everyone gets surprised when I do it otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little EP. But that was the preview stream for the Expert BR 145. We've seen quite a lot. There's much more to discover. We'll release a article with more information soon. There will also be the German-speaking preview stream on Train Sim Plays channel, which I'm going to link to right now in chat. So if you want to see even more, make sure to tune into that tomorrow. And other than that, yeah. Again, reminder, no release date yet. We'll share news soon. Keep your eyes open on our channels, and we'll let you know as soon as we have more news on that. But for now, I say thank you to Matt and thank you to Lukas, and thank you to all of you for joining us. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you for letting us be here. Bye.